Good morning to all. This is Dr. Y. Sujata, Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, BVC Engineering College, Autonomous Odalriv. Previous lecture we discussed about the automation and fundamentals of robotics and present scenario of robotics. Now, in this slide, we discuss deeply about the robot. First, what is a robot? The term of robot was derived from English translation of fantasy play written in Yugoslavia around 1920. Robota means either a slave or a mechanical item would help its master. A robot carries about a task done by a human being. A robot may do assemble work where some sort of intelligence or decision making capability is expected. Definition of robot. So many scientists came with different definitions of robot. Among these definitions, official definition RIA are defined. RIA means Robotics Institute of America. An industrial robot is a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator designed to materials, parts, tools or special devices through variable programmed motions for the performance of various different tasks in their operation. In this slide shows the more definitions. Robot, any automatically operated machine that replaces the human effort. It may not resemble human beings in operation or performance or functions in a human-like manner. By extension, robotics is an engineering discipline dealing with the design, construction and operation of robotics. One more definition. Robotics is the intersection of science, engineering and technology that produces machines called robotics that substitute for human actions. The robot consists mainly a mechanical arms tasked with welding or screwing on certain parts of a car. Today we were seeing an evolved and expanded definition of robotics that includes the development, creation and use of boards and explore earth's harvest conditions, robots that assist law enforcement and even robots that assist in almost every fact of healthcare. Now I can explain three laws of robot. These laws are applicable for design a robot. These three laws are robots were conceived in the 1920s by science fiction writer Isaac Asimov. Laws of robotics. First law, here three laws are there. First law, robots should not injure human being or through inaction allow a human being to came to harm. That means a robot in working environment should not injure a human being. Second law, robot must obey orders given to it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Third law, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict the first or second law. Here above three laws definitions are there. What is the meaning of first law and second law and third law? First rule is if the job task is dull, dirty, difficult and dangerous, a human may not be able to do the job efficiently for hours. Therefore, the job is appropriate for automation or robotic labor. The second law is the robot may not leave a human jobless. It must be make our lives more enjoyable, not miserable. Third, this rule involves asking whether you can find people who are willing to do the job. If not, the job is for automation or robotics. These laws are use of robotics or automation must make the short term and long term economic sense. This slide This slide shows the history of robotics. History of robotics here in this table, here inverter development. In this table explains how the robot is designed with different specification or upgradement done by different inverters since from 1700s to till date. You observe the changes in the slide according to the years. Next topic, robot, anatomy of robot. What is the anatomy? First we discuss here. Anatomy is the robot, anatomy of robot is also is known as structure of robot. That means what are the parts are there in external or internal. This arrangement or attachment of different parts is called as anatomy. What are the parts are used in the robot is called as anatomy. The basic components or sections in anatomy of robot as follows. The robot anatomy is concerned with the physical construction and characteristics of body, arm and wrist, which are the base, fixed or mobile. The manipulator arm, which is several degrees of freedom. The end effector or gripper holding a part or tool. In this figure, you observe the different components are visible. Waist, first one, second one shoulder, elbow, wrist, tool. Robot anatomy. Robots deals with the assembly of other components of a robot such as wrist, arm, end effectors, robot joints, manipulator, kinematics. These parts are called robot anatomy. First we discuss 5 most important parts, components are there here. End effectors. A hand of a robot is considered as end effector. The grippers and tools are the two significant type of end effectors. The grippers are used to pick and place an object, while the tools are used to carry out operations like spray painting, spot welding, etc. on a workpiece. Robot joints. The joint is an industrial robot are helpful to perform sliding and rotating movements of a component. Next one is manipulator. The manipulators are a robot are developed by the integration of links and joints. In the body and arm, it is applied for moving the tools in the work volume. It is also used in the wrist to adjust the tool. One more definition, manipulator is base to up to end effector. What are the joints and links and parts are there? This assembled parts is called as manipulator. Kinematics. It concerns with the assembling of robot link and joints. It is also used to illustrate the robot motions. Next component, the locomotion devices. In the case of human beings, the power for the movement of the arm, the palm and fingers provided by muscles. For the robot, power for the movement is provided by the motors. The motors used for providing locomotion in robots are 3 types of depending on the source of energy: electric, hydraulic, pneumatic. Next component, the controller. Controller means both have hardware and software acts as a controller to the robot. The controller functions in a manner analogous to the human brain. With the help of these controllers, the robot is able to carry out the assigned tasks. The controller directs and controls the movement of the manipulator and the end effector. In other words, the controller controls the robot. Sensors. Without the data supplied by the sense organs, the brain would be incapable of intelligence. In other words, the controller of the robot cannot do any meaningful task if the robot is not with a component analogous to the sense organs of the human body. Thus, the fifth, the most important component of the robot is a set of sensors. Sensors are nothing but measuring instrument which measures the quantities such as position, velocity, force, torque, proximity and temperature, etc. Next components are the joints and links. In this slide explains the different types of joints and links. Joints are there. First, what is this joint we discuss here? A joint provides the controlled relative movement between the input link and the output link. Is called as joint. A robot link is the rigid component of the robot manipulator. Here, linear joint, rotary joint, rotational joint, twisting joint and revoluting joint. This slide shows the different types of joints are there. Relatively, all individual robots have mechanical joints. They can be classified as the following types. Here, the first one, this is the linear joint. Here you observe that linear joint. This linear joint, the relative movement of the input link and the output link is a translational sliding motion with the axis of two links being parallel is called as linear joint. This orthogonal joint, this is orthogonal joint. The input and the output links are perpendicular each other during the movement. Next, rotational joint. This rotational joints, this type of provides a rotational relative motion with the axis of rotation perpendicular to all the axes of the input and output links. Next, twisting joint. This joint also involves the rotating motion, rotary motion, but twisting joint, this joint also involves the rotary motion, but also of the rotation is parallel to the axis of in two links. These are the different joints. Next, different types of robots are used in present scenario and first, industrial robot, laboratory robot, explore robot, hobbyist robot, classroom robot and next educational robot, tele robots, repeating robot. First we discuss here what is the industrial robot. Industrial robot further classified as three types: sequence robot, payback robot, intelligent robot. First, industrial robots used in the individual manufacturing environment. Usually this type of robots are articulated arms specifically developed for the such as operations such as for specifically developed for such applications as welding, material handling, painting and different type of other operations. Next one, laboratory robot. This type of laboratory robots are used in robots in biology or chemistry labs for the examples of pharmaceutical components and example robots to move biological or chemical. Explore robot. The majority of the robots are completely self-retainment to their sensory system. They may be also controlled by human giving orders through the computer commands. Other type of explore the robots are understanding main exploring robots. Next, hobbyist robot. most of the hobbyist robots are mobile and made of operate by rolling around on wheels propelled by electric motors controlled by as on microprocessor controlled by as an microprocessor. Next one, classroom robot. Classroom robots are actually help the lecturers meet the needs of increasingly diverse classroom. They help students improve their executive the functions and creating and ability to communicate with others. Next, educational robot. Educational robots example enable the students of all ages to become familiarization with the educational robots enable students at all ages to become a familiar with and deep their knowledge of robotics and programming with that some the library other system. Telerobotic. Last one is the telerobotics. This telerobotics is called as their technical term from the remote control of a robot is called as telechair. In a telerobotic system, in a human organs controls the movements of a telechair from the some distance. Next, based on physical configuration. Can be classified as 5 types: Cartesian coordinate configuration, cylindrical coordinate configuration, polar coordinate configuration, jointed arm configuration. Based on control system, point to point system, next one straight line system and continuous robot. Based on movement means is fixed, movable, walking robot. Based on type of drive, 3 types of drives are there: pneumatic, electric, hydraulic. Based on sensory systems, intelligent robot, vision robot, simple and blind robot. Degrees of freedom: single degree of freedom, 2 degrees of freedom, 3 degrees of freedom, 6 degrees of freedom. Based on application, manufacturing, handling and testing. Based on path control, stop to stop control, point to point control, controlled path, continuous. Next, robot specifications. The common robot specifications are given as below: spatial resolution, accuracy, repeatability, compliance, pitch, roll, joint notation, speed of motion, payload. These are the robot specifications. First one we discuss spatial resolution. What is the resolution? Spatial resolution of a robot is the smallest increment of movement into which the robot can divide its work volume. The spatial resolution depends upon 2 factors: control resolution and mechanical resolution. Accuracy. Next one we discuss accuracy. Accuracy refers to robot's ability to position its wrist end at all desired target point within the work volume. The accuracy of a robot can be defined in terms of spatial resolution because the ability to achieve a given target point depends on how closely the robot can define the control instruments for each of its joint motions. Next, repeatability. Here what is the repeatability? Repeatability is concerned with the robot's ability to position its wrist or end effector at a point in space that had previously been brought. Repeatability refers to the robot's ability to return to the programmed point when commanded to do so. Repeatability errors from a random variable and constitute a statistical distribution. Next, specification, compliance. The compliance of a robot manipulator refers to the displacement of the wrist end in response to a force or torque extended against it. Compliance is important because it reduces the robot's position movement under load. If the robot is handling heavy load, weight of the load will cause the robot's arm to deflect. Next, pitch a roll. These are the 3 degrees of freedom. This degrees of freedom, we define the robot's wrist as shown in figure. Following, robot's wrist have 3 types of degrees of freedom: pitch, a, roll. Roll, the degrees of freedom can be accomplished by T type of joint to rotate the object about the arm axis. Pitch, it involves up and down rotation of the object typically by means of type or joint. Yeah, this involves right to left rotation of the object, also accomplished typically using and R type of joint. Pitch, yeah, roll. This is the 3 degrees of freedom on wrist, which have 3 degrees of freedom: roll, pitch, yeah. First, what is the roll? The degrees of freedom accomplished by T type of joint to rotate about the arm axis. Pitch, it involves up and down rotation of the object typically by means of a type of R joint. Yeah, it involves the right to left rotation of the object, also accomplished typically using an R type joint. Next, joint notation. What is the joint notation? Physically configuration of the robot manipulator can be described by means of joint notation scheme. This notation scheme is given by using the joints I or L or T, V. The joint notation scheme points designation of more or less than the 3 joints, typically the basic configuration. Next, speed of motion. Speed of motion is generally measured at the wrist. High speed can be obtained by large robot with the arm extended to its maximum distance from vertical axis. Hydraulic robots are faster than electric drives. Next, last specification, payload. Payload means the size, configuration, construction and drive system are determined on the basis of load carrying capacity or payload of the robot. The load carrying capacity is specified under the common robot's arm in the weakest position. For polar, cylindrical or jointed arm configuration, the robot arm is at maximum extension. Next, we discuss types of robot arms or function line diagram representation of robot's arms. Basic physical configuration and function line diagram representation robot arms can be classified as 5 types of configurations are there. First one, polar coordinate configuration, cylindrical coordinate configuration, Cartesian coordinate configuration. Fourth one is jointed arm configuration. Fifth one, selective compliance assembly robot arm, SCARA, SCARA. SCARA means selective compliance assembly robot arm. First, we discuss here polar coordinate configuration. You observe this figure. Polar coordinate configuration means base or spherical shape, and this polar coordinate configuration have 2 angular motions. One is the linear and the second one is the radial in out translation motion. This configuration will possess an arm which up and down movement. It comprises a rotational base along with a pivot. It has 1 linear and 2 rotary joints that allows the robot to operate in a spherical work volume. This system has 1 linear and 2 angular motions. In this figure you observe the directions: linear motion or angular motion, rotational, up and down. Examples of polar coordinate configuration: Animate 2000 series robot. Advantages: simple and smaller in design, easily applicable for commercial purpose, less space is enough for its installation, high capability. Next, applications: used for machine loading unloading operations, water etching application in electronic industry, forging, injection molding. These are the advantages and applications of polar coordinate configuration. Next, cylindrical board configuration. This figure shows the cylindrical configuration. Here, this kind of robots incorporate slide is a horizontal position. Horizontal position is there. Column is vertical position. It also includes the robot on the end of the slide. Here the slide is capable of moving up and down. This slide is capable of moving up and down slide motion with the help of column. This slide is carries up and down slide motion with the help of column. In addition, it can reach the workspace in a rotary movement as like a cylinder. Example: GMF model M1A robot. This cylindrical configuration have linear motions and linear motion and one rotational motion. Work envelope is cylindrical. Two linear motions consists of vertical column up and down and one sliding, and second one is left and right motion. The vertical column is capable of rotating. The manipulator is capable to reach any point in a cylindrical volume of space. Advantage of cylindrical coordinate configuration: good accuracy, high capability, large work envelope, high load carrying capacity, suitable for pick and place operations, high accuracy, high rigid. Disadvantages: the robot cannot rotate to a complete circle. It means 360 degrees cannot rotate cylinders, cannot rotate the two cylinders. So, applications: used material handling mainly for pick and place operation, used machine loading and unloading, used in conveyor parallel transfer. Third configuration: Cartesian coordinate configuration. These robots are also called as three axes are there. You observe that x axis, y axis and z axis of the robot, because it is equipped three rotary joints for assembling xyz axis. The robots will process in a rectangular workspace by means of the three joints movement. It is capable of carrying high payloads with the help of rigid structure. It is mainly integrated in some functions like pick and place, integral material handling, loading and unloading, and so on. Additionally, this configuration adds the name of gantry robot. Example of this robot: IBM 7565 robot. This robot Cartesian configuration this configuration system has three linear motions. What three linear motions are? X and Y, Z. X coordinate axis is perpendicular to left and right motions. Y coordinate axis represents the forward and backward motion. Z coordinate axis represents the up and down motions. Motion in any coordinate is independent of the other two motions. The manipulator can reach any point in a cube volume of space or rectangular. The robots which coordinate the system are called rectangular or gantry robot. The robots which certain system are called as rectangular. The robots which Cartesian coordinate system are called as rectilinear or gantry robot. Advantages of configuration: it has a rigid structure, box of frame, it has minimum errors, simple controls, good accuracy and repeatability, easy program and easy to operate. Disadvantages: restriction in movement. More floor space is required for its operation because it has three axes of motions, 3 degrees of freedom, x, y, z. That's why more floor space is required. Applications used for inspection, used to obtain good surface finish for its application in assembly of parts. Jointed arm robot. This configuration, you observe this figure look like a human arm. This configuration robots looks almost like a human arm. Gets 3 rotary joints and 3 wrist axes which form into 6 degrees of freedom. As a result, it is capability to control any adjustment of work. 3 types of robots are used performing several operations like spray painting, spot welding and arc welding and more. Jointed arm configuration. How many jointed arm configuration? What are the degrees of freedom are there human arm? Same like here also there. Examples, Sinatio Malcolm T3776 robot. Jointed arm configuration system is also called as anthermoponic configuration. Jointed arm configuration is nothing but design corresponds to the human arm having wrist, shoulder, elbow. The link of the arm mounted on the base joint that can rotate about z axis. The shoulder can rotate about horizontal axis. The elbow can rotate horizontal axis or maybe at location space depending on the base and shoulder. The work envelope is spherical or it may be revolute. Advantages of jointed arm configuration: can occupy large work envelope. It is flexible to reach, increased flexibility, huge work volume and quick operation. Disadvantages: system is very complex, required skilled labor for its operation, accuracy is poor, controlling on this base of rotation is difficult, complex programs. Applications are there here: spraying, painting, welding, automated assembly. Next, lost configuration. This is SCARA robot. It's very important of configurations. SCARA stands for Selective Compliance Assembly Robot Arm or Selective Compliance Articulated Robot Arm. This robot was developed under the guidance of Hiroshi Makino, a professor at the University of Amanshi. The arms of SCARA are flexible in the XY axis and rigid in the Z axis. That makes it to familiarize 2 holes in the XY axis. In the XY direction, the arm of SCARA robot will be compliant and strong in the Z direction. Due to the virtue of SCARA is parallel axis joint layout, hence the term selective compliant. This robot is used for various types of assembly operations, that is, a round pin can be inserted in round hole without binding using this. These robots are faster and cleaner than comparable robots systems. They are based on serial architectures. That means the first motor should be carry all other motors. Advantages of SCARA configuration: high speed capabilities, perform great in short stroke, fast assembly, pick and place applications. It contains the donut shaped work envelope. Disadvantage is there: SCARA robot typically requires the dedicated robot controller in addition to line master controls like PLC PC. Applications of SCARA robot: pick and place, swing, rotate. This slide shows simple comparison of physical configurations: Cartesian configuration, cylindrical configuration, SCARA configuration, spherical, revolute. Advantages and disadvantages are there. Cartesian coordinate configuration: 3 linear axes, easy to visualize, rigid structure, easy to program. Disadvantage: can only reach front of itself, requires large floor space axis, hard to see. Cylindrical coordinate configuration: 2 linear axes plus 1 rotating, can reach all around itself. Reach and height axis, rigid rotational axis is easy to see. cannot reach above itself. Base rotation axis is as less rigid linear axis is hard to seal, won't reach around obstacle. Scalar coordinate configuration, one linear to rotating axis, height axis is rigid, large work area for floor space. Two ways disadvantage, two ways to reach point, difficult to program offline, highly complex arm. Spherical coordinate configuration, one linear plus two rotating axis, long horizontal each. Disadvantages of spherical coordinate configuration, cannot reach around obstacle, short vertical reach. Revolute coordinates. Three rotating axes can reach above or below obstacles, large work area for least floor space, difficult to program offline, four ways to reach a point, most complex manipulator. These are the comparisons of physical configurations. Next we discuss degrees of freedom. The robot have basic 6 degrees of freedom is there. What are the 6 degrees of freedom? First, it provides the robot the capability to move and perform predetermined task. These 6 degrees of freedom are intended to follow the versatility of movement possessed by the human arm. The 6 basic motions consists of 3 arm and body motions and 3 are wrist motions. First we discuss the 3 arm and body motions. The vertical traverse, first one is vertical traverse, second radial traverse, rotational traverse. So here in this slide shows the first rotational traverse. This is the arm and body movement. The rotational traverse is the movement of the arm assembly about a rotary axis such as left and right swivel of the robot's arm about a base. The radial traverse is the extension and restriction of the arm or in and out motion relative to the base. Third one is vertical traverse. It provides the up and down motion of the arm if the robot system. Next, 3 degrees of freedom. Wrist. Wrist is assembly attached to end of arm. The end effector is attached to wrist assembly. Functions of the wrist assembly is oriented. The body and arm determines global position of end effector. 3 degrees are there: wrist, roll, pitch. Yeah. Here in this slide have figure. This figure shows it is the pitch and this is the it's roll. Rolls means our wrist rotates 3 degrees of freedom. Here also same. Means up and down and pitch means here left or right. These are the 6 degrees of freedom of robot. Thank you for listening my lecture.